All right, so all of you guys are playing your current characters, and you all want a trip on this lovely cruise across the southern shore of the continent. Keep in mind, this one shot does take place in the homebrew world, like the other two. Basically, this is the same like supercontinent that you guys are on from the old campaign, so you know where you are geographically. You're on the southern coast and you're sailing through the ocean. It's the first night on the cruise. Everybody's out on the deck. Everybody's drinking, having fun. Probably some people having sex somewhere. You can definitely hear something like that, but you can't see it. And it's just mingling with people. So you guys can choose to do whatever you want. You're there, and the drinks are complimentary.
Can I be one of the ones fucking?
Well, you gotta find somebody to screw first.
You should start it off with a classic bar fight.
Alright, so who are you gonna fight?
Closest person to me.
Well, I'm gonna have to roll to see if that closest person to you is going to be able to beat the living crap out of you. Okay, so a 12. So this guy's a little bit bigger than you. He's not much bigger than you, but he's a little bit bigger than you. He's standing right next to you. And also, in your looking around, there is a bar stool available.
I got nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Are you going to hit him with the bar stool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you pick up the bar stool. So since this is an attack of opportunity, you're going to get a +2 to the attack roll. And since I'm assuming you're aiming at the back of him, any place specific?
Back of his head.
Okay, so because of the attack of opportunity and because you're doing a targeted attack, it's just going to be a regular roll, so they cancel each other out.
I got a 13.
Nice.
That's going to hit. Okay, and that bar stool does 1d8 damage, so roll for damage. All right, so that's 8 damage. So you immediately crack him on the back of the head with the bar stool, and he is out. He just drops onto the ground. The two guys that were with him then immediately look over the table at you, and they're not too happy. They're going to attack you. So everybody's got to roll for initiative.
Can I persuade the barmaid to fuck?
When did you find the barmaid? Are you just talking about some random chick behind the bar?
Yeah.
I need to roll for her to see how hot she is. 14. Okay, so she's
slightly above
like
average.
A solid 7.5.
Okay.
All right. So I'm just going to persuade.
So basically,
Okay,
she's gonna
roll.
fuck him because she feels bad. He rolled an 18.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I got.
10, so that's a 28.
I got an idea what I'm gonna do.
Okay. What are you gonna do while this is?
I'm gonna go up to Cham and that bitch. Up to them and do my what the hell is that fart move again? Stinking cloud.
You're gonna do the. I'm gonna say it takes one turn for you to concentrate that, and then you're gonna be able to cast it on the area.
All right. So what did she roll?
Hang on a second. I gotta roll for her now while Vash is preparing that. She rolled a 16, so she is reluctant, but says that she's off work in 5 minutes.
Oh, can I roll?
Yeah, now that that's taken place, you can roll. They are both still in that same area. Okay, because that's an AoE effect, I'm going to say that's going to hit. He rolled a 12. So, what's the radius on that again?
90 feet.
You're on a ship, 90 feet in all directions. The entire top deck is flooded with a stink cloud. There is nobody that is out of reach of it. It is so disgusting that the bar patrons now have to roll to make sure that they do not instantaneously vomit onto the deck. They rolled a 14, so only about 45% of them vomit.
Do I gotta roll too to not vomit?
Yeah, no, you guys are all going to have to roll for that because you're within the range of your own attack. Yeah,
I got a 9.
yeah, you're puking. You're also puking.
We're all having a
Max,
good
you have
day.
to roll again for yourself.
Oh, I'm gonna puke from my own farts. Are you kidding me?
No, you're actually not. You're not going to puke. You're going to hold it in. Everybody else, though, vomits all over themselves, and eventually everybody on the deck passes out. All of you are passed out. You also knocked out the guy driving the ship.
Great.
Good work, dumbass.
Your ship is now just basically, going with the tide. And unfortunately, that tide is going towards a far-off island that is in the distance. So I'm going to see how long you guys are passed out. So everybody please roll again to see how long you are unconscious for.
18, and then 19. If we get a 20,
Alright.
I'm walking away.
Come on, get a 20.
You just
20,
did-
20, 20, 20. Fuck.
Okay, so you're the last one. Kane, you're going to wake up first, and you wake up as the ship is plowing into an entire mass of rock. Only a few moments later, Cham and Rocka both wake up as well. As the ship side has been torn open by a bunch of jagged rocks, on the shore of some random-ass island you have no idea about. It is now about 6 hours later, so the sun is barely starting to come up. Vash, you wake up like a couple minutes later.
Worm is gonna actually go look for the person who let that stink bomb rip.
Well, you're going to have to actually roll intelligence to see if you remember who was casting the spell.
Oh, yeah, I want to do that too then.
Okay.
That's a 20 because the 16 plus 4, so.
Alright, so Rocka, you know the general direction it came from, but Kane, you zoom in on Vash as he begins to wake up from his stink gas-induced slumber.
I'm going with a targeted attack with my boomerang.
Okay, so roll for attack, and this is going to be an attack of opportunity because he's just waking up, so you're getting a +1
So
to
that's,
that.
yeah, so 13.
That's a 13. I'm going to say that hits because he's not wearing very heavy armor, it's only leather. So
Okay.
how much damage does that do?
1d4 plus 1. Hey, 5.
Oh, so you got, so that's a 5. So you zing him right in the head. Vash, please roll to make sure that you don't get knocked unconscious.
Hey,
not.
You're out!
finally
No!
awakened.
Okay, the boomerang drills you in the side of the head for 5 damage, and you're immediately knocked unconscious by the boomerang on impact. You then land on the deck, still unconscious and back to sleep. Roll a d20 to see how long you're knocked out. Alright, so you're only going to be out for another, 20 minutes, but in that 20 minutes, certain things might happen. Kane, Cham, and Rocka, you guys are still conscious on the deck. Keep in mind, the ship is sinking.
Do we know the ship is sinking? Oh,
Jesus.
Wait a minute,
I rolled a 20
what did you roll that for?
to see if it's sinking. That's it, if I know if it's sinking.
You're pretty sure it's sinking.
But at least sinking.
I'm trying to get everyone's attention, like strumming on my lute.
Okay, everybody else, you're gonna have to roll
Hadley
intelligence
level.
to see if you can decipher what he's trying to say.
Water!
Okay, oh God, Rocky, you are getting shafted by the dice ball. Kane, you rolled a 15, so you're able to decipher that Cham is screaming that the ship is sinking. Rocka, you just see what looks to be a mentally challenged person flailing about on the deck, and you don't think anything of it.
I'm not going to tell anybody.
All right, I'm going to see how long this thing stays afloat. So I'm going to roll a d20, and we'll see how long this thing is going to stay afloat. No, it's actually in pretty decent shape, so it's going to stay up for like another 15, 20 minutes. So right at the end of that, as it's starting to go into the water, you wake up. So you're awake on deck as the ship begins to sink again.
That's what I say, but my fat ass can't swim.
Lifeboats, I'm like already
There
in.
are no lifeboats.
Fuck.
This is medieval times. If you go down, you go down.
How far are we to the shore?
You're right next to it.
I'm just gonna jump off.
Okay, you jump off into the water. You're gonna have to just do a small strength roll to swim to shore. Shouldn't be too much.
I'll do what he did. That sounds fun.
Okay, Kane, you're gonna jump off too. Keep in mind, Vash, you are
Booyah.
awake, and Rocka, you can do what you want to. So Vash, you're gonna just play the bagpipes as the ship sinks.
Yeah.
Rocka, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna jump in the water with them, or are you gonna just stay on the sinking ship?
I rolled a 2, so do I even know it's sinking?
At this point, you do because the water is starting to pool around your feet.
I hope I can swim.
Okay, roll strength to make sure you make it to shore. Hang on.
Oh yeah, fine.
All right. Okay, so this is what happens. Cham, you begin to swim towards shore, but you rapidly lose strength and begin to drown. Just as this happens, Kane and Rocka each come up on either side of you like torpedoes and grab each one of your arms, propelling you to the shoreline and saving your life in the process. Vash, now you can roll to see how long you play bagpipes on the ship. All right, you got a 2. Okay, so as you begin playing the bagpipes, an angry fish jumps out of the water and nails you directly in the groin. All you guys hear from the shore is a very loud burst of air go through the bagpipes in a kind of sound.
Well, I'm just gonna assume that my character can't procreate anyway, so.
You're still on the ship as it's going down, and as you're standing on the ship, the water is now up to your knees.
I'm gonna play my lute because do I see him?
You can see him, yeah, you're on shore.
I'm
It's
playing my
now
lute.
almost daylight.
In pretty much like a somber fucking song for a passing of
Okay,
Vash.
roll for your dexterity. You're gonna use dexterity on that.
Bullshit.
Oh,
Bullshit.
God. How does that... See, I don't even understand it at this point because I can see the results.
How the fuck did you get a 20?
Okay, so yeah, you play the most awesome last ballad to a ship ever. And as the ship goes below the ocean, You just see it. The mask just sticks out of the water, and it kind of looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger's thumb from T2, and then it just drips below, as if it's giving you the okay that you did good, son. You did good.
Okay, so I'll just use like an unconscious passenger as a lifeguard.
Oh yeah, by the way, all those passengers that are on board are just floating in the water, or they went down with the ship, so they're all dead.
So one looks over to whoever Cham's character. He's gonna call him Potato. Hey, Tater. Play Freebird.
Freebird.
Do you want to play Freebird?
I got a +10 for performance. That's a 16.
Freebird, he played a relatively good version of Freebird. Not as good as Leonard Skinner's, but still good.
Is there anything else you want, Darky?
Can you play Raining Blood by Slayer?
Again,
I mean, that's a 17. You're not even there. You're still swimming. You haven't even rolled to swim, actually. You're just treading water. Okay, 10. You're able to make your way to shore with relative ease. So now it's all four of you guys are currently on the beach, and Rocka is screaming at Cham to play various classic hits that nobody in this universe actually knows.
I'm gonna pull out my boomerang.
Are you actually going to try and hit Vash in the head again?
I'm tempted, but no.
Okay.
I'm going to persuade Kane to do it. I'm going to roll persuasion.
And I'm gonna use intimidation for him to shut up.
Okay, so you guys have to roll against... Why? I can still see the other one on the screen.
The dice spot is rigged.
You are thoroughly convinced that boomerang needs to go into the back of Vash's head right now.
can I possibly fucking catch it in the air?
I'm going to allow you to try and counter it. So if you roll higher than him... Okay, you rolled an 18. That's pretty good. Okay, so as the boomerang zings towards your head, you grab it out of midair with ease. It is now in your hand.
Can I shove it up his ass?
You can grapple him and attempt to do that. So you're going to have to run up and grapple him.
All right.
Kane, you're going to have to roll strength. Oh! Kane, you're going to have to roll strength against that. Kane, he has you in the position, and he has the thing in his hand. Vash, roll to hit.
Going in for the kill.
So I'm going to say, because of the attack of opportunity, that's going to hit. That's 1d6 damage.
You know, I didn't expect to wake up today and get butt fucked.
I don't like these people, man. They like to mess with people's booty holes. Get some steel drawers, Tater. You're gonna need them with these folks around here.
Okay, that's a 5. 5 damage directly to his butthole. So that thing, yeah, you just let it go, and he just has a boomerang sticking out of his butt now. The bushes around you, all of the bushes around you, which there's a lot of them, by the way, begin rustling, and what looks like an army of goblins emerges from them. When I say an army, I mean like 100 of them.
Finally, some good stuff's about to happen. And then Worm Wild shapes into a bear.
Can I roll persuasion to convince them that I am their god?
They're goblins, so they're pretty dumb. You can try.
Fuck. Yes, this can go so well. And my persuasion is increased. This is awesome. No, I don't think
Alright, so what's that with your persuasion boost?
13.
I'm gonna also persuade the group that he's their god.
He got another 20. That's 3 20s. You weave somehow, because you're so stupid, you can talk on the same level as a goblin because most goblins are morons. So you're able to convince them in their own native language that Kane is actually their god. And a lot of them believe you. As one of them goes up to begin bowing to him, you see a massive ogre come out of the woods with a hammer and a hammer that's basically about as big as him, and another female goblin sitting on his shoulder who has armor and a few swords on her back. The ogre then proceeds to take the massive hammer and crush the goblin that was praying to Kane. After this happens, all the other goblins then soil themselves and return to their previous positions.
How hot's the female one?
We're gonna roll for that.
How big are her boobs?
We're gonna roll for that.
Does she have the pan on?
Okay, I gotta do 3 d20 rolls right now. Stop with the questions. So the first question was, how hot is she? She's a 15, so she's a solid, 8. The next one was, how big are her boobs? That also was a 15, so that means we're looking at a D cup. 9 was the ass, so...
So she's she's what is it? Top-sided?
Top-sided. As this happens, the smaller female goblin hops off the shoulder of the ogre. The ogre just sort of stands there and looks at his giant hammer that now has smushed goblin guts on one side of it and tries to wipe it off in the sand. And she walks up to all 3 of you.
Well, what do we have here?
I'm gonna roll persuasion that Kane's her god.
And then I'm gonna try and roll persuasion to convince her that I got the best dick this side of the island.
Brother, do you see
Okay.
what I've been riding on?
Make your rolls.
Oh, it's 11. It's 11.
No, it's an 11, but you still rolled a regular 1, which still counts as a critical failure. And you rolled a 2. You both pathetically fail at trying to do that, and even the ogre laughs at you.
Yeah.
The ogre's name is Lumpy, by the way.
Can I fart on the ogre?
You want to use your fart cloud on the ogre?
Yeah.
You will flood the entire beach with noxious gas.
Hey, on top of that, I'll join in too. I'll join in too.
All right, do it.
Let's do it. Vash. Plus Constitution, that's a 14.
Okay, so you're both doing it at the same time. You guys flood the entire beach.
What?
Goblin Queen immediately hops back on her ogre so that she is above the cloud because the ogre is tall enough to not actually be in it. It settles a bit closer to the ground than what he is. So he also doesn't have to smell it. However, all the other goblins seem relatively unaffected since they mostly smell like vomit every day anyway. Unfortunately, you're going to have to roll to not pass out from the double dose of noxious shit gas. Cham, you rolled a 9 on that. So you're
Getting in on
vomiting
it.
and unconscious. Vash and Rocka and Kane, you guys all also need to roll.
Where was that roll when I was trying to impress with my dick?
Your dick is tiny.
Hey, don't need to say something so truthful.
Okay, so 14, 16, and 19. So Cham, you are unconscious. Kane, you're awake, but you smell like shit. Vash, you are also awake. And Rocka, you are awake, but you're kind of drowsy. As this happens, the goblins all sort of move in and demand that you come with them.
How long am I passed out?
Roll a d20. 7, you're passed out for the next 2 hours. Are you guys going to willingly go with the goblins, or are you going to try and fight them?
Go with him. I'm the greatest simp this side of the island.
So, Vash, what are you going to try and do?
Bestow curse.
3d6 damage if you actually manage to touch him. You're trying to touch the ogre, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the ogre, because he could very clearly see you coming, he's going to get to roll in order to try and stop you. So you roll first for your attack, because you're going to have to run up and try and touch him. 10. Oh, okay, he rolled a 20.
Vash's about to die.
So as you run up to try and touch him, he smashes his hammer onto the ground, which actually makes it so that you lose your balance and fall over. Now you are in a prone position where he has advantage, and he is going to use his massive hammer specifically on your legs.
What kind of misery bullshit is this?
I hope you're happy, Jeremy, because now the potato's gonna have a carrot as a friend.
Is there a way that I can dodge it?
No, because he rolled a 20, so he knocked you into a prone position, so you're going to be stuck there. And since it was a reactionary thing, it is now his turn. Hang on a second, because I'm going to roll to hit for him on this. It's a 9, but he also adds his strength to that, because it's a strength-based weapon, which means he gets a +3 to that. So that's actually going to hit, and that does 4d10 damage. He rolled a 16. That is 16 damage directly to your legs. Your legs are now shattered into a million fucking pieces, and they're not going to get better anytime soon unless you happen to know a healing spell.
If only there was someone who had a healing spell and could use it.
Yep, me.
Okay, so Vash is now crippled.
How am I gonna move my fat ass around?
Roll, fat ass. Roll.
So the goblins now demand that you come with them in addition to the ogre.
No!
You don't have a choice. Your legs are broken. You can't even go anywhere.
I don't care. I'll do what Rocka says. Roll my fat ass away from them.
2 goblins come up and immediately grab your arm.
Alright, you go with them goblins, boy.
No!
They also have spears, and they kind of come out to you, Rocka, and they kind of gesture for you to go forward.
Nope. I'm gonna grab the closest one. Not this Winnie the Pooh, motherfucker.
All right, roll to pick one of them off. Roll to pick one of the closer ones off. You're going to have to reach out and grab them.
Fine. Like I said, I get 2 attacks.
That's true, you do as a bear.
Alright, so there's 20.
All right, so that's going to hit. That first attack is going to hit.
That's for my bite. Claw attack. I don't think that hits.
That one doesn't hit. The first one does, though, so you can roll for damage on that. 12 damage. That's enough to slice that goblin into ribbons. That one is dead. You just grab him with your mouth and twist him around until he's just nothing but like a lifeless little green man, and then you toss him away. The other ones kind of back away a little bit. Goblin Queen, do you want to take care of this?
Go, Lumpy, beat this bear into submission.
Yeah.
And the farting one, too.
The farting
Wait.
one has already been crippled.
Cripple him more.
Wait, isn't Vash a bard? Doesn't he have spells? He should use his spells.
Yeah, I do. I got.
You don't need legs for spells.
Well, they're dragging you away right now, so you can choose to do what you want, Vash. But as I'm gonna do Rocka's stuff first, and then get to you. So, Kane, did you say you're going with them willingly?
Simp, bro.
Guile,
Oh, I can disguise self.
Yeah, because nothing will stand out more than a crippled sea turtle.
They are goblins, and they would probably be a little confused when they suddenly think they're holding just a random Christmas tree.
Oh, definitely. I'm just saying they are holding you. Before we get to that, though, the ogre is going to roll against Rocka because Rocka does not want to move. So the ogre is going to have to fight him. He puts down the Goblin Queen. Unfortunately, you're going to have to stand in the stink gas for a little while. And he walks over with his massive hammer that is still stained with the blood of the goblin that he crushed, and then also crushing Vash's legs. And he's going to attack you. So you guys are going to have to roll initiative against each other. The goblins are going to let you guys kind of duke it out. All right, Lumpy rolled a 10. You rolled a 13. You will go first.
Let's fucking go. All right, so use my bonus action to go into rage. So now I have resistance to everything except psychic damage.
Lumpy is might be at a bit of a disadvantage right now.
Well, I got to attack first because that was my
right.
bonus action.
Okay. All right, you rolled a 17. That's going to hit.
I swear to God, if he kills my fucking ogre.
So that's a 17 on the second roll, and 20 something on the first one.
So yeah, no, then you'll hit on both of those. All right, so first attack roll is 11, and second attack roll is a 13. Okay, so that's a total of 24 damage. So that means he has 32 health remaining. Or Lumpy has 32 health remaining. So you gash him up pretty good with your bear claws. And he is sort of had enough of this. So he is actually going to wind up and put all of his strength into his giant warhammer. And he's going to swing that thing like a baseball bat. Instead of doing 4d10, he's going to actually double that damage.
Go batter batter, swing batter batter.
That's a 6. Unfortunately, that's not going to hit, but the thing is that he actually misses you and hits the ground next to you. The shockwave is enough to throw you back a little bit, so it doesn't actually hurt you, but it does push you away from him a bit. All right, so he misses you entirely, so he is now open for attack. It's your turn.
Yeah, he kind of gets up, he shakes his fur off real quick, and he just charges in for another one. Let's go, bro.
All right, so you're gonna have to roll again. You're probably gonna hit.
You're going down, Shrek. Well, that missed.
All right, that one misses. 9 plus 6 is 15. That one will hit.
Oh, sweet.
You did another 16 damage to him, so he's pretty badly injured now. He's gonna try to hit you again with the hammer. So he's gonna roll for that. That will hit. That's a 15. Plus his strength modifier, which is 3, so that's 18 total. So he's gonna hit with that. So that's 4d10 damage. All right, so that's 19 total damage. So actually what he does is, again, he tries to wind up like a baseball player again, and he actually hits you with the hammer. Because of the physical nature of this thing, and because of how hard he's actually swinging it, he launches you into the air, and you're going like a baseball.
Go, Lumpy, go!
The ogre puts his hand over his eyes and sees your bear form flying towards what looks like a very large spire of jagged rocks. The bear form hits the jagged rocks. You glance off and fly into the ocean several hundred yards away. So you are pretty much out of the picture. So you're just still in your bear form. You just are now you splash down into the ocean as the goblins kind of watch.
Oh, you think this is over? We go see.
The goblins are already walking away as you are swimming back to shore. Again, you are several hundred yards away.
Come along, Lumpy. We have things to do.
Lumpy picks the Goblin Queen back up and puts her on his shoulder as the rest of the goblins and him return deeper into the island. Rocka, you're the only person that is not captured. Vash has been crippled, Cham is unconscious, and Kane went with them willingly.